Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to be talking about real estate today, and we're going to be answering that question that everybody has on their mind when they're talking about the real estate market. That is, who is buying this real estate at stupid, crazy valuations? Now, we've been talking about the real estate market a lot recently because of the absolutely insane jump in interest rates. And I've been telling you that that is going to slow, if not stop, real estate purchases. But there's so many people out there that says, yes, but Ninja, BlackRock is buying everything. That is actually not true. So with that, we're going to jump into a story and we're going to go over it. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because it really does reveal how this interest rate market, the mortgage rates, are going to absolutely decimate new home sales. All right, so here we go. Let's jump in right now. All right, so this is out of realtor.com, guys. I'm going to link the article below. I'm going to briefly go over it, but I'm going to hit some talking points. So we're going to chat about it, okay? So it's entitled, Who's Buying All the Houses? New study reveals the top competition right now. Now it says in the challenging home market, blah, 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 first-time home buyers were able to beat back competition from swarms of millennials, cash-rich investors, and baby boomers looking to downsize. And to say that baby boomers were looking to downsize is an understatement. It's a very interesting time right now. We have 2 years of absolute craziness where everyone was forced to stay home, leave their jobs, change the way they work from an office to their home. And we saw, skyrocketing stock market. We saw interest rates for mortgages drop to record lows. And we saw baby boomers start to go, heck with this, we're retiring. This is too much. I actually know people that did that. They said, we're out, we're pulling the plug and we're calling it now, we're leaving. So a lot of baby boomers did not prepare properly for their retirement. And they found themselves near retirement in a situation where they did not own their house still. They were in expensive locales like California, New York, places like that. And they said, well, the only way we could retire right now is if we sell our house, we move to another state and we retire, and hopefully pay cash for their house. I actually know some people that didn't pay cash. They still left. They actually got bigger homes. So there's that dynamic too. Some people, left a smaller home in California and they want a bigger home in another state because it's something that they had never had or something that got them really excited. And they're still in a situation where they have a mortgage, right? But the point is they left and they blew up those other different states in their real estate markets. Okay, so it says right here that new homeowners, first-time home buyers, represented 34% of buyers, which was up from 31% in the previous year. So first off, I want to show you that this, and it says right here, this report's based on a 129 question survey filled out by 5,800 people who bought a home to live in between July 20 and June 2021. So it is a bummer that we don't have this information sooner, but I'm going to be honest with you, to say that I would not take the time to fill out a 129 questionnaire is an understatement. I couldn't even handle, a 100 question test in high school. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this. So this is what it said. Millennials made up about 43% of home buyers in the past year, compared with 37%, so that's up. However, older millennials, aged 32 to 41, were more likely to be selling their first homes rather than entering the market for the first time, and that makes sense. So they had a lot more ability to come in with a higher down payment. They had, or possibly have more purchasing power because they could afford a home that was more expensive because they did have that down payment. So it goes into talk about how many people recognize a house offers not only shelter, but a long-term, store of wealth. I got to be honest with you guys, when you're playing real estate cycles, you find out really quick that is, when you say long-term store of wealth, that's only because of the destruction of the purchasing power of your currency. And with home prices, it's very easy to see that because home prices are, they're a more longer-term investment. The average home was at one point stated that it's around 7 to 10 years you stay in your home. And that's why mortgages were slightly, based off of the 10-year bond. Banks, like to price it in that because they knew that you're more likely to stay there for that amount of time. They knew they were pretty safe in pricing it out in that way. But the facts are, I've seen my homes in California drop as low as 40% off their highs during the Great Recession. And I believe we're going to see something even worse than that. So, all right, continuing on. It says, who out there is competing for homes? So it said millennials have made up the biggest percentage of home buyers since 2014. So that is something really interesting. I want people to know that these are first-time home buyers, all right? About 81% of younger millennials aged 25 to 31 and 48% of older millennials were first-time home buyers. Baby boomers, many seeking their forever homes, purchased their second most properties. This is the second most properties, often competing with millennials for smaller, more affordable abodes. Younger boomers aged 57 to 66 made up about 17% of the buyers, while older boomers aged 67 to 75 bought about 12% of the homes. Now, this was followed by Generation X. They're aged 42 to 56. That's my generation, who made up 22% of the recent buyers. These buyers were often looking for larger trade-up homes, and that's a normal thing. When you've bought your first home, you've lived in it 5 to 7 years, you get to that moment when you're getting older and you say, hey, I've worked hard, I deserve something bigger, you know, our family's growing, let's get that home that's larger and move up. And this is a very interesting time for this group of people. And the reason why I say that is because we're in that moment, because interest rates rose, that these people cannot move up. They go, well, I could sell my house for, let's say, $500,000, but I can't afford a home that's $600,000 or $700,000 because interest rates have gone up so much. My payment would be so much more expensive. I can't physically afford that higher expensive home. So I am stuck with shopping in my area, my normal area, because let's say I have that $500,000 home. My house is worth that much. You know, I bought it at 3, it's worth more, but I bought it at a mortgage rate of 3%. So I buy it at 3%. I have X amount of mortgage rate, you know, the cost of, you know, buying the home, your mortgage payment. I have to go now buy a $500,000 home, the same value as mine, pretty much the same home, but the payment's actually going to be more because now I'm paying almost 5%. So that is what stops a real estate market. And I believe the interest rates are going to get higher than that. Now it says here, the silent generation, age 76 to 96%, purchase 4% of the homes. That makes a lot of sense because, you know, when you get to between 76 and 96, the last thing you're thinking about is moving. You don't want to move a lot at all. No offense. It's just, I mean, shoot, I mean, as we get older, we just don't have the energy that we used to have. So we're not moving around looking for bigger homes or anything. You know, we're really thinking we've made our financial plans, we've set our goals, we've hit these, or maybe we haven't, and we're good. We're happy. We're content where we're at. And it says members of Generation Z, 18 to 22, represented 2% of home buyers. And that makes a lot of sense. If you're between the age of 18 and 22 and you're buying homes right now, you are crushing it. And I want to see more and more of that, quite frankly. But you guys are absolutely doing it. So give yourself a pat on the back, because I was just at the end of this when I was buying homes. So, and this is really interesting. So with prices hitting new highs and many sales going for well over the asking price, buyers were wealthier with a median household income of $102,000. And that does make sense also because, you know, as time goes on and the purchasing power of a currency is destroyed over time, and I'm talking 50, 60, 70 years, it makes sense that people are making a little bit more because businesses have to compete to get good employees. So they inch the cost of living standard, the raises, up little by little. So that's just a normal thing. So this is what I wanted to show you. I can't believe they even put this in there. It's like, who cares? Jesus. All right, so let's see here. None of this has anything to do with your ability to buy a house, just so you know. All right, we're all human beings. Let's see here. Now, let's see here. Where am I doing? Oh, this was the really important part. Okay, there's a couple different really good points I want to make in here. Okay. The overwhelming majority of buyers, 87%, took out mortgages to finance their homes. All right. I want people to realize this, because everybody that's freaking about institutional buyers, that is not true. Okay. Now, institutions are buying up real estate like crazy in very big locales. They are doing it. They are buying single family homes, but they're really also buying multifamily, large multifamily complexes. It's a lot easier for them to bring in good cash flow on single massive properties as it is single family homes. Okay. This is a very big deal. They took out mortgages to finance their homes. They were helped by record low mortgage rates, which fell to the mid 2% in late 2020, early 2021. But this is the biggest things. Rates have shot up over 4%, and they're even past that now. So I want people to understand this is your deal right here. If you take away anything from this video, this is it. 87% of people buying homes took out mortgages. So like I said, for every one person, that are paying cash, there's 5 behind them getting a mortgage. And not only that, the one person paying cash, those are not all cash buyers. I want people to understand that there are mortgage companies out there that will allow you to put in a cash buy, but you're getting a mortgage on the back end, like better.com. All right, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys got something out of this, because the interest rate environment is so serious right now, because banks are pricing in risk. They know what's coming. And so they're asking for more points, closing costs, and they're also asking for higher rates, regardless of what the Fed is doing with their Fed funds, their prime rate, their federal funds rate. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys coming in today. And with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.